Hi everybody, can you believe it? We have made it to the last month of 2017. Whew, it's been a doozy. So, how are we loving this sweatshirt or what? If you're interested in one, my girl Shannon has them at her website, I Om Divine. She also has t-shirts, hats, and a zillion amazing handmade products for your body. Like, please go get yourself some because when you're out shopping for your loved ones, you have to be getting yourself something. Speaking of that, starting 12/1, everything on my website till Christmas Eve is going to be $5 off. That includes gift certificates, okay? So even if you're not ready to gift someone else a reading and you want a reading, you think like, okay, a couple months from now I'm going to want a reading, buy yourself a gift certificate. That means if you bought a $40 gift certificate, you get it for $35, but it's valued at $40, okay? So email me if you're interested in that. The rest of the prices will be slashed on my website starting 12/1, but gift certificates must be purchased through me, okay? It's a beautiful PDF. You can either print it out yourself or for $3 more, I can print it off on beautiful cardstock and send it to you or the recipient. Mid-December, I will be dropping the year ahead readings. And if you're interested in getting a personalized year ahead, I'll have those listed on the website with $5 off starting 12/1. And last but not least, if you're interested in me coming to your city in 2018, please drop your location below. I'm definitely trying to hit at least 5 major cities on the East Coast, and I'm really hoping that I get enough people to head out to the Bay, my former home, okay? I want to hit the West Coast too. So, as always, if you have any questions, please email me, and all that information that you could ever need is in the description. Love you guys. Mwah. Capricorn, so before I talk about the cards that are on the table, it was a little hard to connect to your energy this month. I don't know if it's because you're like bracing for Saturn's impact to enter your sign, or just ready for your birthday and ready to start a new year. And it wasn't like you felt disconnected from source. It was just like the door was shut. You know what I mean? You shut the door. You're like, now's not the time. I don't want to meddle in spiritual and emotional stuff this month. Out came the Three of Pentacles. Don't mind my broken nail. Obviously, Mercury's running amok on my life. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I love this pair because 8 and 3 add to 11. So the work that you're doing this month in December is really bringing you into your own unified masculine and feminine harmony. And I'm feeling, Capricorn, even though obviously the work that you do is independent and it's for you and it's for your own success and your own gain, with the Three of Pentacles here, it's really important to value cooperation and also know when to ask for help, okay? It's almost like if you're not asking for help, it's because you know that you're not doing enough work on your own to then let people see the lack of work you're doing, if that makes sense, right? So there's a level of accountability that comes in when we collaborate with people, right? Because they can check in on what we're doing. And again, going back to bracing for impact, with Saturn coming into home in your sign, we have the Ten of Swords. So you realize that this mentality of like, help, you know, I can do it on my own. I can do it on my own. Like Capricorn's worse than Virgo with this. Like, I don't need help. I don't need to collaborate with people. You need to collaborate with people that have the same work ethic as you, that are also trying to master their craft, okay? Because the 3 talks about building something substantial that others can see. And the 8 talks about mastering it, right? And working on it until it is perfect, okay? In a very Virgo-oriented way. So with the Ten of Swords here, right? Resurrection, right? Ultimately, you have to end it all to resurrect again. Don't hesitate to let old beliefs about what hard work is, right? about what it is to be diligent, right? And work focused and career focused. Deter you, okay? Deter you. Allow those to fall by the wayside because we have the Hierophant here. So there's going to be new commitments that you're being presented to you or by other people. Granted, you know, Mercury is in retrograde, so I don't feel this is a contract signage. I just feel that you're being asked to recommit on a spiritual level to the things that you want to bring into the physical realm. All right, I have to say this because my guides speak in music, and I put these two cards down on the bottom of the deck of the Three of Swords, and that rap song, I don't remember who sings it, but it goes, "It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off." Started playing in my head here, and this is the position of cards that need to be let go. Okay, so know this month, Capricorn, that though speaking your truth is important, right? It's important, and having strong boundaries that are healthy is important, but don't be so quick to cut people off, especially if they communicate something to you this month that you find disheartening. Because remember, Mercury is in retrograde, and right now, today is the full moon, but right now, there's a Sun-Mercury conjunction in Sagittarius, opposite the moon. So that's really powerful. And Mercury is going to move into Capricorn as well. So obviously, if someone says something that hurts you, be honest about, or if you say something that hurts somebody else, you know, be willing to empathize or be willing to accept empathy from another person. And don't be so quick to just cut people off at the knees, okay? Not everyone is like you. And that doesn't mean tolerating bullshit, but it does mean that in order, again, to collaborate, Three of Pentacles, in order to collaborate and build things, we're going to have to, I don't want to say have a thick skin because you already do, but you're going to have more flexibility and willingness to cooperate in the way that people communicate with you. All right, my lovely Capricorns. So the other song that I got when I was laying your center cards was, I have no idea what that song is called. I just remember it from a commercial. It's like, give a little bit of my love for you, to you, something like that, okay? All of the cards on the table are either a blue background or a yellow background. There's literally no other, I mean, technically there's orange here, but really it's yellow and blue, okay? So this is a matter of, are you speaking from a place of empowerment, right? Of standing in your true power? Or are you speaking to protect a part of, are you speaking to protect your power in a way that is defensive? There's like a fine line here, and it's going to be different for all Capricorns. Some Capricorns are going to find that they're interacting with people that are doing this to them. Some are going to be doing this to others, and some of you could be experiencing both in different areas of your life. Depends, you know what I mean? You can put on any hat during this whole period. Now, your overall energy this month is the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is always defensive for me. There's always this sense of needing to guard something. And just, there's a lack of trust in the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is saying, like, I've been through hell, and I'll be damned if I go through hell again. But my question to you is, right, the ruler of the devil, my question to you is how bad is hell if it gives you the power to burn to the ground and be reborn again? That is Scorpio, right? Or even Aquarius, because you think about it from a zodiac term, Capricorn is the devil, right? It brings you face to face that which you perceive to be owned by, right? Where you feel your power is chained. And you move into Aquarius and you learn that there is so much more, right? Aquarius is a very like alien-like energy, right? It's high knowledge that is really from the future, right? Bringing the future to the now. So that which we previously thought chained us, right, and bound us to this dimension is actually what will free us, not necessarily from this dimension, but at least mentally from this dimension. It's how to live on earth with a higher knowing. Because remember, Aquarius is an air energy, but it's the water bearer. It's the one that creates a vessel for the emotions to be brought into the physical. So you have to have emotional intelligence in order to navigate this realm with spiritual awareness. Okay? Because this is not a bad reading. However, the outcome is kind of like dissatisfying, right? We have the Five of Swords with the rune Success and the Knight of Pentacles. No one ever wants to see the Five of Swords, period. Never mind in the outcome with success. So what I'm going to say to you is again, because we only have these guys here. The swords are in what you need to release, and then they come back in the outcome. So I think you're having a hard time this month feeling safe expressing yourself, or you're feeling like you need to express yourself in a defensive manner, whether it is to protect your job, to protect how you feel, to protect your craft, to protect your wishes. But my question for you, Capricorn, is why do you feel you need to defend yourself? And if you say, well, XYZ happened before and last time, blah, 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 I guarantee what it all whittles down to is like, it was a former you that didn't understand how to hold up your own boundaries. So then you can sit here and say, well, I need to be extra discerning and like put the boundary really far out so that no one can get to me. But when you put the boundary really far out, the good people can't get to you either. And you could say, well, you know, people that really love me or people that really care for me are going to work hard to get closer. But is that really fair? And do you want to work really hard to get close to other people? Okay? Because I also have this King of Wands in the reverse, which technically I don't shuffle for reversals, but it landed upside down and I just felt it was necessary to take it that way. And this is in Spirit's advice for you. And the first thing that came to mind when I saw that was don't be a dick. You know, respectfully, don't be a dick. And this could be, you know, someone being a dick to you, but like, just you don't have to fight really hard for that which is yours. Because that which is yours is already yours. And nobody can take from you that which is destined for you. So there really needs to be a dose of faith this month. When this Eight of Cups hit the table, right, as the energy of your heart space this month, I heard the song On the Road Again. So this could be physical, right? Whether it be just for the holidays or you're moving or you're changing jobs, or it's just this feeling of you have to emotionally move on and it's like, damn, on the road again, like packed up and left again. Left, you know, and the Eight of Cups leaves a lot behind. It's a journeying forward and not bringing the baggage. So there's this feeling of like, you know, you're prepared. It's interesting. Like you seem very prepared with the High Priestess in your headspace. I don't think you're telling many people how you feel about the moves that you're making. And when you do, I think that you're still not really getting to the emotional end of it. It's like, because the High Priestess here is secrets, right? And we have the rune Luck. This feels more like, yes, you have spiritual knowledge and you understand that this is for a higher good, right? Because the Eight of Cups with this is double downing the intense message of like needing to purge and bring yourself to a new octave, especially in this new year, with the Knight of Cups in your foundation, which is begging for you to usher more love and nurturing to yourself in the future. But then you get caught up. You get caught up. And the mood that I'm getting overall is defeatist. Whether you're feeling defeated because of outside things, or you're speaking to yourself about defeatist things, or you're just, there's just this, there's this vibe of like, I can't win. But that's not how you're actually vibing. You're allowing something outside of you to impress upon you. All right, let me go in order now, though. Sorry about that. So what you're being asked to let go of is the King of Pentacles, along with the Knight of Swords and the rune Fertility. So with the Knight of Swords and the rune Fertility, I really urge you to think before you speak. Capricorn this month, the King of Pentacles is totally you, right? Because it's you just trying to sit into your comfortability, to sit into the more practical side of life. I think you're very finance and money focused this month and just focused on what you have, what you don't have, what you need to go to the next level. Okay. This could also be a boss. Maybe you gave in your 2 weeks notice. Okay. Now, but with the Knight of Swords here, there's a message coming in hot. Okay. With fertility. And I think it's your messages. It could be an outside message, but I feel this is your messages that you're giving to others. And if you look at this guy's face, he's like ready to rip somebody a new, you know, asshole. Like he's pissed. So with the fertility rune here and this being what you need to release, I just want to say again, think before you speak. Don't be super brash in your words this month. Again, because Mercury is in retrograde, and I just have this energy of like, you may end up with your foot in your mouth. Okay? If you're not speaking from your heart, from your emotions, from how you really feel, not how you think you feel because you're just like in a space, like how you really feel, I think you could end up with your foot in your mouth this month, Capricorn. Because the fertility rune with a card like this, to me, is like you don't realize how potent your words are and what they could quickly bring into your experience. Like, what are you affirming about yourself, right? Are you affirming from a place of fear? Because the Nine of Wands is afraid, right? The Devil's right behind that. The Nine of Wands is afraid that somebody's going to come try them, right? Defense, like just ready to tell somebody, you know, what you think about them. So drop the defenses this month in your communication, Capricorn. Only you will benefit from that. Like there's nothing to lose, only to gain. In the door that was once closed but is now open for you, we have the Empress, clarified by 2 cards because that's how they came out. We have the lovely Nine of Cups and the Fool. This is all yellow. That Coldplay song, and it was all yellow. The rune we have here is protection, and it came on the Nine of Cups. So the Fool, right? A brand new journey. Couple with the Nine of Cups. That is your complete wish come true. But interesting enough, with the protection rune here, in the character's arms crossed on the Nine of Cups, which is completely opposite to the Fool. The Fool is literally like, "What up?" And the Nine of Cups is, you know, he's supposed to be happy, but he's like, yeah, I'm good. For some of you, I think you're using drinking to protect yourself from really tapping into your fullest creative power. Okay? That's not for everybody. That's just for some of you. But some of you also are protecting your wishes and dreams and have a hard time sharing them with other people. And again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just all about why you feel you need to protect yourself or protect that which is like very important to you. Because these cards also add to 3, okay? Which just comes back to the beginning. And the Empress is 3. All right? The Empress, right, knows her value and knows her worth and brings everything to life on her own. Okay? Even though she's the mother of the tarot, she's the ultimate expression of femininity. So this is about creativity this month. Whether you're a man or a woman, the door that's opening for you energetically is a new avenue of your creative expression and your ability to bring to life anything that you wish for. But even though it's important to protect that which is sacred to you, don't protect it so much that you almost don't believe in it. Okay, if that makes sense. Don't, yeah, 4 of Swords. Definitely reflect, right, on your craft, on what it means to you. And really think about who you talk to about your craft. And know that to go on a new journey like the Fool, right? There needs to be no inhibitions. So there's just a need to open up. I can't really explain it. Again, with all of this yellow-orange energy, this is very sacral, solar plexus chakra. So don't escape this month. Really sit with your creative power, with that part of you, right? That sexual energy, whether you're a man or a woman, that sexual energy, that womb energy. There's like something brewing in there. And for some of you, getting into vices, whatever your choice is, will actually block you from harnessing this in its fullest potential. So be very mindful about what you do with your sexual energy, because your sexual energy and your creative energy are like one and the same. So really harness what comes through this month. It doesn't matter if you have figured out yet how to make this monetary or how to make it a job. You just need to create this month, Capricorn, because with Saturn coming through, the next 3 years are a big deal. Okay? In your energy as it relates to your spiritual path and career, we have the High Priestess with the rune Luck. We have the Eight of Cups in your heart and the Knight of Cups in your foundation. So the journey you're going on, yes, is one of creative musing type of energy. It is very much tied to how you feel. And I very much feel you're emotionally invested in the journey that you're taking, okay? But it is essential that you leave behind the people and the scenarios in which have harmed you. Okay, it's one thing to use emotional situations from the past to like muse on, right? Everyone that's a creator knows how like nothing fuels your art like pain. But that doesn't mean you need to carry that pain to create, okay? It doesn't define you that way. And I don't want you to feel that you need it. That you don't need to create pain to create art. There's like a new way of tapping in this month. And again, with the High Priestess in your head, you're tapping into something that is beyond you, right? And you have the rune Luck there. So you will be lucky, right? Or successful in picking up on things that have previously eluded you. And you may be uncovering some secrets about yourself or people that you have emotionally invested in the past. I feel this would be old. That give you the strength to move forward. Okay? But it's essential to not be burdened by, yeah, look, we got the Three of Crystals again. Don't be burdened by what you discover. Okay? Use it as like a stepping stone to continue on the path that you were already on. Okay? Onward and upward, Capricorn. Spirit's advice for you is the Queen of Swords, clarified by the King of Wands, which we're going to read both ways. And the rune we have here is Wealth. So, Capricorn, listen, the King of Wands could be somebody else, but I'm feeling like all the people in this spread are you, honestly. That's just the vibe that I'm getting. The Queen of Swords, honestly, could be somebody else, but I think you're the King of Wands. So when it comes to gaining wealth, right? The King of Wands rather is extremely independent and brazen, and he knows what he wants and he goes after it. But in the reverse, he really is like careless about who gets hurt in the process. And he a lot of times is fueled by his ego. Okay, and that's the reason I kept this card in reverse, because I was getting that vibe. So be with the Queen of Swords here as your advice, right? Clarified by this. You have to be really mindful, again, about what you're saying and why. Okay? If you are on a new creative path and you're going after things, like first of all, there's nothing wrong with having an ego. Like, we're not supposed to eradicate it fully. Our ego is our personality. It's how we sit in this vessel and actually become a person, right? However, if you are seeking fame, or if you are seeking recognition, or if you are seeking financial gain merely for that, I think that you will get humbled this month. Because there's this like weird sense of entitlement that I'm picking up on here. It's like, I'm just about my money and that's what it is. Like, but yeah, Four of Crystals. It's like you're doing anything and everything to get $1. And I think that will backfire on you. And it's not because you don't deserve the money. It's about having tact and being authentic to yourself about how you go get it. Okay? The Queen of Swords says, I'm above the bullshit, right? She's above the clouds. I'm above the disillusionment, and I'm looking towards the future. And I understand that to be in an empowered place, I have to be clear-minded and very, very particular about what I say. So really, really be mindful about how you speak about money this month, how you speak about why you're going to get money, your beliefs around money, okay, and your beliefs about being your own boss or just having the power to go and gain what it is that you seek. Because again, the King of Wands is extremely sure of himself, okay? He does not need anybody. So don't sit into lone wolf syndrome this month, Capricorn. Everybody that comes into your life has something to value, has something for you to gain, all right? In the outcome, we have the Five of Swords with the rune Success and the Knight of Pentacles. So, you know, the Knight of Pentacles obviously is long-term plans. This is like your 6-month plan going into 2018. But with the Five of Swords and Success, again, there's just the narrative you have around money and success and why you're going after what you're going after is a huge factor here. And the Five of Swords obviously talks about a lose-lose situation. Even if it appears you're winning, or even if it appears the other person has one-upped you, nobody wins in this scenario. Nobody wins. Okay? So remember what you're fighting for. If you're, respectfully, remember what you're fighting for. Remember that even if you are after more money or if you are after more recognition, why? You have to know your why. And again, don't have any needless arguments with people. Again, because Mercury is in retrograde the entire month. Just don't do it. It's not going to be worth it. Nothing good is going to come from it. Yeah, Six of Cups. It could be with people that very much feel like soulmates to you, or people could be coming back from the past since Mercury retrograde. Could be a King of Wands. This just came up again. And if that's the case, if this King of Wands is an outside person or a boss or someone that you do business with, you just need to be very, I don't want to say cutthroat with him, but you just need to be very dry and to the point with him or her, because you don't need to convince anybody about why you're going to be successful or what is driving your success. Only you need to know. But again, be very mindful about how you say it. I just got the phrase, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, which I hated that phrase growing up because I heard it all the time. But just, Capricorn, there's a good mix here of major arcana and cups and swords. This is about communicating how you feel in a way that everyone benefits, but especially you. Life is never stuck, stagnant, or stale, for each moment is ever new and fresh. I do something new or at least different every day. So don't allow life to get monotonous, okay? Step into your creative power. Do the things that make you happy, whether they are bringing you funds this moment or not, okay? It's really, really important to get into your integrity, okay? Yes, Capricorn in general is a very, very much based in integrity, but you know, your home planet is coming to check that, not only for you, but for everybody. So I feel like this is like a preparation, a final preparation. Capricorn, I love you all. It has been my pleasure, and I will connect with you again soon. Peace.